guys, welcome back to We Watch a Movie. I am Mike. Thanks for spending a moment of your day with me today on Michael Myers motherfucking Monday. Total Film's getting ready to have a whole cover story done on Halloween Ends that comes out on newsstands on Thursdays. Now, they say you can download the digital version, but I've been fucked in the ass at every turn trying to do that today. But they have released some new Halloween Ends stuff, and we talked about how awesome this month was going to be for Halloween Ends news and stuff like that, because this is when the magazines comes out, the official interviews, the official pictures, which we have 3 new ones today to talk about, all that good shit. And not, my cousin who's a cook at Waffle House told me that his Aunt Betty once saw James Jude Courtney at a Cracker Barrel and he saw the movie and then he told him the whole plot. So here it is, Reddit. By the way, I'm using an anonymous name because I'm full of fucking shit. Official stuff that we can talk about that doesn't spoil the movie because it came from the people in the movie. The good shit, the quality shit, that fucking high quality H2O. I don't know what that means, but we do have something really cool for H2O coming this month, or maybe the 1st of October. We'll see. I don't know. Stay tuned for that because it's going to be fucking awesome for you H2O fans. How are you guys? How's your day going? Let me know. Comment down below. How's your life? Today, I mean, it kind of sucks for me right now. The air conditioner went out. Got to have the guy come and fix that. That's going to fucking suck. Packers lost yesterday. That was a piece of ass. Kentucky won though, so that was nice. So all in all, things are good. I didn't go to my dentist appointment today. Don't tell anybody. Anyways, let's talk about the Halloween Ends news that came out. First off, they go into a little bit of detail on Laurie's last day of shooting. It actually wasn't. Her last day of shooting wasn't the penultimate fight with Michael Myers or anything like that, just because they filmed the movies out of order, but it was actually like her last day was just her sitting in a car looking out the window, coffee and contemplation type moment. And they talked about how she said it was going to be the last time she ever saw Laurie Strode, and her and David Gordon Green both cried together. It was very powerful for me, she says. I wept, David wept, we all wept, Oprah wept. We all recognized that moment, and it was the wrap for Laurie Strode and me and this community of artists who made these movies. It was a big deal. More importantly, it's pretty interesting what they say about the end of the damn movie. David Gordon Green confirms that they don't explain where Michael's been for 4 years. They never fucking tell you. Well, for me, if you remember the image that we saw, Megan Baxter's missing. The Batman put it Baxter. I think a lot of us assume that Michael was just in and around town, around Russellville. Yeah, I got a few places, man. Hanging out, killing people, and like people were showing up dead, but we didn't know if it was Michael or not. David Gordon Green says here that they don't actually say where the fuck Michael's been. He says, we don't really explain that, arguing as all things Myers that the mystery is better left intact. It's like, I don't want to see where Jaws goes to sleep at night when I'm watching a shark movie, the director says. I want to see him when he pops up and he's got an appetite. Well, the joke's on you, David. Sharks don't sleep, you idiot. They would drown. Do sharks sleep? We're not going to find out where Michael's been. I assume that we would a little bit. And maybe they just never tell us whether or not it was Michael that did that, which is weird because I thought that'd be a nice way to pad the body count a little bit, You just have randoms walking around and all of a sudden Michael shows up and kills them. They don't have to tie into the story. We don't have to give them a backstory. Just a little bit of extra carnage for the movie is kind of what I was hoping we would get in between. But according to what he says here, we're not going to know what he was doing. That's not necessarily true. They could still show him killing people, but not be like where he's been. But this is strange because the title Cave Dweller, the idea of him being in the sewers, hanging with the Ninja Turtles, when Corey supposedly goes in and the shot of a hand popping out and grabbing Corey's face that we assume was Michael Myers. Do they not say that he's been there the whole time? Maybe that's just where he was in that moment. It actually adds, the more you answer, the more intrigue you get, the more questions you have. But they're definitely not going to go into depth about where Michael's been this past 4 years. And I like it. I do like it. I agree with him that I don't want to see where Michael Myers fucking sleeps. Like, I don't need to see his bedspread because we saw that essentially in Halloween Resurrection and it was fucking stupid when he's like living in the tunnels and he has like a bed and shit like that. We really don't need to see where Michael wipes his ass and brushes his teeth. Let's hope he does at least one of those things. Odds are he does not. We also find out through these Total Film interviews with David Gordon Green and company that Laurie and Allison are living together when we're reacquainted with them, have a good relationship, according to Andy Matichek. I got your name right that time, Andy. Laurie is fully better. Like, she is just way better. She's committed. She's doing the work, as they say. Allison, however, she's better, she's working through it, and they have a good relationship, but she's not all the way back yet. That's why you saw the black fingernails in that old still. She's getting a little she's going a little goth. You know what I mean? She's a little bit of a, maybe not so much like Rob Zombie's goddamn Scout Taylor Compton, like, oh my God, I just survived a serial killer. I'm going to become obsessed with Charles Manson and put his picture above my head while I have PSD about being murdered. That makes fucking sense, doesn't it, Rob? Anyways, she's not going that far off the reservation, but it sounds like she's struggling to deal with it as well as Lori is, which has got to be weird when she's seen her fucking cuckoo goddamn grandma out here running around the streets chugging wine and doing wild shit, trying to shoot, passengers on buses and stuff. But that's got to be a little bit different for her. But yeah, so Lori's been doing the work, as she says, and she says something pretty interesting. She says that she's not quite back to that 17-year-old girl she was in the original Halloween movie, but there's like a layer of hope to her, she says. And she says that is a beautiful place to start a really tragic, incredibly violent ending. We're not going to have, rainbows and roses that happen at the end of this movie. I think we all knew that, but she says incredibly violent, or really tragic and incredibly violent. Somebody's going to fucking die. I mean, we knew that, but it does make you wonder, how mean would it be? It would be the meanest fucking ending whatsoever if Michael came back and actually took out Andy. If he kills Andy and he kills Kyle Richards' character and he kills everybody in Lori's life. Like, she's finally gotten over it and she's like, the boogeyman is gone, hooray! And then all of a sudden Michael comes in and just fucking cleans house and makes her watch him take out everybody. That would be the most tragic ending of all. And then Lori kills him, finally, maybe, but then she has nothing fucking left. Or flip that and Michael kills them all and Michael wins. I don't actually hate the idea of Michael winning. I know that's a little bit fucked up, but I just think it would be kind of mean and fucked up and a little bit twisted and wild and crazy kids. I'd be into that shit. But that makes me a fucking asshole, I guess. But anyways, like, what do you guys think's behind that? Incredibly violent and tragic ending. Things aren't going to end with a talk. I think you can forget that part. But speaking of the ending, David Gordon Green was talking about that, and he's like, fuck yeah, I'm fucking done with these Halloween people asking me what the goddamn trailer is. I'm happy to be done. He didn't say that. He just said it was really exciting. He said it's nerve-wracking. He once again reiterated that he's still twinkering with the movie. Tinkering with the movie? I don't know what twinkering is. That's probably something illegal I don't want any fucking part of. But he's still tinkering around with the movie. He says playing with the music, moving it around in various orders and things like that. So once again, when random user 109 part 7654, I think I heard a niner in there on Reddit, tells you that he's seen the whole goddamn movie, maybe you should take it with a grain of fucking cocaine, because even the director said he's not even done working on it. So, I mean, that's just something to think about there, kids. To be fair, it only comes out in like 2 months. No, fucking 1 month. It's barely over a month. Let's just shut the fuck up and watch the movie when it comes out, okay? Jesus Christ! You spoiling twats! Wow. A lot just happened, and I'd like to apologize. For nothing! But he says, how do I want to feel when I walk out of the theater thinking there's not going to be another one next year? So that's the sculpture. And that's a really interesting way of thinking about it. I like the way that he's assuming it there. And he also mentions once again here that there's going to be a very complete feel to this, which I like in my crotchal regions. He says, if you walked out of Halloween Kills, or they say, if you walked out of Halloween Kills and felt brutalized and dejected, that was by design. Evil dies tonight. The intention isn't the same for ends. David Gordon Green says, this one is a good time at the movies. What? Guacamole is extra? He says, this one is a good time at the movies. Let's have a blast, ride the roller coaster with a few unexpected turns, and walk away feeling complete. That's what I want. And what I want is for my dog to shut the fuck up! Thor, hush. It's probably an old lady walking down the street. Man, FedEx is here every goddamn day. Or Amazon, or the post office guy. Like, learn uniforms, you know? Get your shit together, Thor. But weird choice of words there. No, this one's going to be fun. I actually love that. And of course, some people are going to take this like, oh, great, we're going to have another fucking comedy. That's not what he means. Lori just told you it's tragic and violent. I think what he means is it's fun to go watch Halloween movies in the movie theater. And a lot of us don't really seem to appreciate that. Maybe be shown some strange. Be shown something new for a change. And I think that's what we may be getting with Halloween Ends. But I love the fact that he says we're going to walk away feeling complete. I think a lot of us want that from this trilogy. And I think that's the big worry when you bring in Corey and all this crazy shit people are talking out in these streets. Out of pocket! I mean, that's the big worry when you bring in Corey and stuff like that, is everybody's like, I want to see Allison fleshed out. I want to see what happens with these characters rather than jump onto these other new storylines or whatever. So it's very nice to hear that we're going to walk away, apparently, with a very complete feeling in our tum-tums. I like that, and that's really nice to hear. And I like that he thinks the movie's going to be a blast and entertaining, because for everything you hear about it, it's going to be real slow and dejecting and very strange and less Michael and less action and very emotional and drama-filled and glazed donuts. So to hear that it's going to be a fun time at the movies is a little bit different from what we've been hearing, and I'm liking it, and it feels nice. So other than that, we just have these new 3 pictures that, and I've got to tell you guys, just scanning through these 3 pictures here, I'm not saying it is, but I'm just saying I would not be surprised if a lot of this marketing turned out to be fake. Do I think it's going to be? If I had to bet, if you put a gun to my head, I'd be like, no, it's probably real. Fuck. But I just have a feeling that maybe possibly some of this marketing is fake. When you look at that fight between them at the end of the trailer, and where she's wearing the callback to the original outfit that she had on 1978, everything feels a little misleading, a little on purpose. And it's all, when you look at these stills, they're all so fucking clean, man. Like the knife even right here with Michael looking down the steps, that's a badass shot, and his hand looks crispy as shit. I love it. Again, an amazingly creased collar from the Iron Lady. But then the knife even looks a little plastic and fake, but he does have this air of, God damn it, Mom, is the meatloaf fucking ready or not? I'm starving. It just looks like me trying to get my kids out the door to go anywhere. And they're like, I don't know where my fucking shoes are. I was like, I told you to be ready 20 goddamn minutes ago. Or when you're just waiting on your Amazon package, you know? But no, it's a great shot. He looks awesome. It looks very fucking clean, a little too clean for me. And then the final thing that kicks it off for me and makes me wonder is, this is obviously a shot from the fight scene. Check out on the fridge, the Phelps Garage sign. That is a throwback to Halloween 4. Another very cleanly put Easter egg there. She's got like a pizza delivery thing. Nice little duck on the fridge there. But the Phelps Garage in the truck is a cool throwback to H4. But again, what I'm saying here, look at her face right there. Look at the makeup. Isn't it all just a little too clean and perfect and like simple little cuts? I mean, I'm not saying if it's in the movie it's bad. I'm just saying it seems like it could be staged, like a quick thing they did at the end. Hey, let's film a couple shots real quick, maybe during the reshoots, just to lead people off, throw them off. And so when you got so many leaky assholes out there, I think it'd be really rad. It's just a maybe theory for me. But otherwise, this is just another, you know, what's weird is that fight taking place in the daytime too. Like you see the light shining through there. That's kind of nifty. You would think something like that would take place at night, taking place during the daytime. I'm not going to speculate on anybody's fucking fingers, or their height. Let's just move the fuck along and not do that today. Does that sound good? That sounds nice, doesn't it? That's like skipping stretching, you know? Like, I don't need to do it today. Fuck it. Or wiping. That's the pictures. I think they all look awesome. I think everything we're hearing sounds awesome to me. Even more interesting, even more intriguing. Again, how do you guys feel about this? The fact that Laurie says it's going to be tragic. It's going to be really violent. I think we knew that in part. But then David Gordon Green saying, hey, I'm not going to tell you where the fuck Michael's been for 4 years because I like the mystery, you motherfucker. And then ultimately, at the end of the day, also finding out that David Gordon Green says the movie's going to be a good time at the movies, and you're going to walk away feeling complete when you walk out of the theater. I like it, and I move to strike. Comment down below with your all's thoughts. I love your all's fucking faces so much. Thank you all for this time that you spend with us all the goddamn time. I said, God damn! I hope you all have an amazing Monday.
What are you going to do on October 31st?
What are you gonna do on October 31st?
Here comes that white-faced fucker, an asshole like no other. He's a big old piece of shit. Wants to stab your sister's tits cause he's a white-faced fucker. Loomis can't recover. Dr. Challenge drunk again, sleeping with your sister's friends.
Do you wanna know about the darkness?
I said, God damn.
God damn you, faggot!
I said, God damn.
A lot of people don't know the darkness that goes inside their hearts.
I said, God